Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. So this is our safari balloon setup tutorial, and in this video I'll be showing you how we created this beautiful safari themed birthday setup, and I'll also show you how I added in all those little details just to give it a good extra special look. So stick around to find out more about how we did this setup together. As usual, while you guys watch us setting up, I will be sharing a few helpful balloon decor tips along the way. And in this video, I'll also be sharing one of my favorite tips on how to make your balloon garland look nice and full while still maintaining the shape of the backdrop. So let's get started. Anyway, guys, before anything else, I just wanted to mention something. I actually thought I had pressed record, but later on I did realize that actually I didn't. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to actually show you how we put up that white curtain with the drapes. I know some of you enjoy seeing every single step of the process, so I was a little bit disappointed about that. But that was just a minor disappointment. But hopefully there will always be next time, and I'll make sure that I capture that part for you. Now guys, let's talk balloons. So one of the best ways that I personally find to be quite helpful, or when you want your balloon to look a bit more fuller, is by buying different balloon sizes. So depending with the style or the look that the client wants, I personally find that when you use different balloon sizes, it helps add more volume and more dimensions to your garland. But for this setup here, I'm mainly using two different sizes. So I'll be using 5 and 12-inch balloons only. And obviously, if you really want a more organic or fuller look, you can actually go ahead and add in 18 or 36-inch balloons. Another important tip is when you're actually joining your balloons together, just make sure that you're covering the gaps in between. Now, this is very, very important. So when you close those gaps properly, your balloons sit tighter and closer together. And obviously, automatically, that makes your balloon look more fuller and more polished. And as you keep building and adding the balloons, the fullness actually becomes more noticeable. For putting the balloons together, as usual, I use a very thick fishing line, and sometimes I do use 360 balloons depending on the design and the shape that I'm actually trying to achieve. At this stage, I'm mostly focused on creating the base and just making sure that the overall shape is very balanced. Now, once you have the base of your balloon garland ready, it's time to create more texture and visual interest. And to do that, I created these mini balloon garlands using 5-inch balloons. This part really helps elevate your setup. These smaller balloons actually help fill those empty spaces, and it helps create layers and making the garland look more rich and more detailed. So when adding these mini garlands, just play around with the placement until you're actually happy with where they are sitting. There's actually no perfect formula here. Sometimes I move them around a few times before I actually find the right position. Yeah, so just take your time with this step here. And another important thing is when you're adding your balloons, depending with the style that you're aiming for, of course, just try grouping them in the same color families, because it just helps bring a very cleaner and more simple look. So for this safari setup, I wanted to keep the colors earthly and just natural to try and match the theme. That actually helped tie everything together beautiful. And at this point, the balloon garland was almost done, and you can really see that the setup was coming to life. As you can see, I'm actually constantly stepping back to check how everything is looking from a distance. And that's another tip that I can give you. You always have to try and step back during the setup, because sometimes when you're too close, you tend to miss areas that actually need more balloons or small adjustments. So when you're looking back from a distance, it kind of helps you spot those gaps a little bit more faster. And now once you have the base and everything all ready, it's time to add in all those tiny little other bits. Now this is my favorite part. I always love this stage because everything starts looking more complete. Now it's time to actually focus on the little details. And if you've watched my videos before, you already know that this is my favorite part. The little details are what actually take a setup from nice to nicer, I guess. So from this safari setup, I actually added in these safari soft toy animals to help bring the safari theme to life. And this included animals that really helped create that jungle feel and made the whole setup more playful and more funnier. And these actually small details made a very big difference to me. They actually helped tell the story of the theme and actually made everything look more intentional. That's something that I always encourage when you're styling your theme setup. Don't just focus on balloons and backdrop. Also think about all these extra small details that can enhance the actual theme. So it can be props, toys, it can be flowers or signs or whatever accessory that you can get that can actually make a total huge difference. Well, I guess they did help create a very complete experience for the setup, and especially for kids themed birthdays. Those small details really stand out to kids, and I guess now everything is coming together beautifully, and the backdrop looks full, the balloons are sitting in nicely, and the safari props have really completed the look. I'm honestly so happy with how this whole setup actually turned out, and I hope this tutorial gave you some helpful ideas and some useful tips for your next setup. And one more thing that we spoke about in my last video, I think you can see how the lighting wasn't too good. So this time around, I did remember to bring all my lights and all my equipment, and the light was quite great, and I'm really pleased with the outcome and the quality of the video for this time. Anyway guys, so whether you're a balloon stylist, an event decorator, small business owner, or just someone doing DIY at home, I hope you've learned something valuable from this video. If you found this helpful, please let me know in the comments. And if there's anything specific that you probably like me to do, either a tutorial or next or anything, feel free to leave a comment as well. Thank you so much for watching and supporting our channel. Please don't forget to like, don't forget to add a comment, don't forget to subscribe. I will definitely see you in the next video, and God bless you all.